Hi everyone, thanks to my new subscribers and to my old subscribers. Tonight I'm going to do the truth about his feelings, pick a card using clairvoyance. So I'll just ask the cards, what is the truth of his feelings towards my channel viewer? What is the truth of his feelings towards my channel viewer? I'll give it some trinkets. Caterpillar and the bear. I'm going to do the caterpillar first, the pink caterpillar. Of course, if this reading resonates, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below with a link to my website and to my Fiverr account. My website is a PayPal service, so you can send me the funds with a message or you can email me. My Fiverr service is a facility, so you need your Google details or your Facebook details to log into that facility. Get started. This is number 1. That's the pink caterpillar. So I get the impression he has very sweet feelings for you. He must be a very sweet man. They're very new feelings. I feel this is a fresh relationship. So this is my fresh relationship pile, but also my sweet love pile. But there's a darkness, a rim of darkness I see. That envelopes this connection. Maybe your person's being attacked on a spiritual plane because there's something about your person that you feel is a little negative, or they've told you some things that are negative, so you feel they're dealing with negativity, but just tidbits, you get baby bits about what the situation is. I feel that you are the light that keeps this darkness from enveloping their soul. I feel that if this darkness envelopes their soul anymore, they could become less loving. It's like, you know, the eclipse. It's like an eclipse in their soul. And I can't work out whether it's a full eclipse or whether an eclipse could happen. Maybe they have a side which is very happy and very joyful, and a side and very loving, and a side that can switch. But I feel because of the freshness of this connection, you don't really understand that side. So it's something to look out for. I feel this has something to do with their masculinity, this other side. I feel at some stage in college they were very passionate. They probably put more of a focus on their passions than anything. So I feel they can get morbid, or they can get cynical, or they can get pessimistic very quickly, but there's this happy, joyful, loving side. I feel it's tarnished the connection, actually, this side. In the respect that I feel this person can show you their sweet side, their loving side, give you great hope, but then they can be, I don't know, kind of unpredictable. Could be a shyness in them. There could be a shyness in them from the perspective they are very sweet, but that doesn't take away the fact that they have this masculinity about them. There must be a type of aggression, like a verbal aggression, that they show at times, particularly in their masculine activities. So you probably pick up the strength, both strength and sweetness, but I feel that sometimes they just get grumbly, this person, very grumbly. And I guess you have to ask yourself in this situation, how is this attitude of theirs going to boil over or gather moss or get worse, you know? So, they're definitely feeling fenced in. They feel fenced in. Something's going on. Something's going on in their life that niggles at their consciousness. But in terms of their feelings for you, it's lovely, beautiful, very sweet. So I'll just see what the cards say. This is the caterpillar. Number 1. We'll shuffle them again. What is the truth of his feelings towards my channel viewer for the caterpillar? So this person's healing from something, past hurt. There's a little bit of complication here, I feel. They could have had like they are very sweet. They do have very sweet feelings towards you, and they are a very strong character. But I feel in the past that you turned your back on this person, so it's made them feel uncertain, even though they have a feeling of sweetness and love towards you. It's almost like a constant feeling of happiness or peace in them. But they feel that you are a supremely individual person, independent person. But they're also, again, it shows their passionate side. You know, the sexual interest. They look upon you as someone who saved them from the battlefield. So I feel that means they're a little bit of a money monster, and there is a little bit of bad juju here in the mix, and I feel that's where the rim of darkness is coming from. Obviously that doesn't look like a very nice character. It looks a little bit witchy. So also they're a little bit greedy, and I didn't pick up on that, but this person is not only was the relationship fresh in the past, but it's a little bit, they're actually very greedy, but they've fallen from grace in some respect. I can see the darkness here. They could have had a partner, and there could have been some breakage. There could have been, because there was a separation between you in the past. So a lot has gone on. They could have a partner who's going to have a baby, or they could have a child, or that's all the possibilities inherent in this mix, because something totally fell apart for them. And I feel they feel very shy towards you because they feel your strength of character. That's why they're feeling that way, but also they can see you as a person they can have a cycle of life with, and it's a little bit mixed up in that side of them, which is sexually orientated. So I feel that every day they think of you, they feel they can carry on. Like, this is a person that's been through something, that's suffered an eclipse of the sun. Basically, that tells me they were very successful in the past and they did have money. I feel they were in business in the past, but something, they were obviously subjected to a crone of some description. But it shows that the way that you presented yourself and your fortitude was very admirable to them, and they felt within their souls that whatever treatment you showed them defeated this darkness from their past. And the darkness could have been an individual, and it shows an individual, and the darkness could be just an energy. But I feel that they can be a golem, so they do have a very restless side that can, is negative, is competitive, is negative, is obsessive in the past, particularly in terms of their careers. But I feel that, again, has everything to do with their masculinity and something that's gone on in college where they've learned to work off their basic instincts, basically. So you have this issue where they just see you as a type of savior. It's like you took all their problems and you made them better. Just by being yourself, just by being inspirational. And now they just want to accept your light into their life. And they are re-establishing their self-esteem as well. But I feel that's what's lacking in this situation. They need to build that self-esteem so they can approach you, because whatever's happened has depleted their confidence, and you are the only person that has kind of sorted them out, picked them up off the ground, acknowledged their situation and given them confidence. So, I mean, you could be a mother, or there could be, I feel, this is a person that had a life in the past, some money, maybe they're separated. Looks like they're separated from an individual. So that could be anything. I feel though it's more to, it's like there's two threads to this story. It's like they could have had, a family, they could have had a kid, or they could be separated from somebody they were going to establish a life with because things went wrong for them. The other strand to this is they could be apart from a project that's very close to their heart, and they still want to establish themselves and pick themselves up, but you really are the only person that has instilled in them a confidence to help them carry on, because I feel it gives me like a 10 of Swords feel, this person. So it's like something went wrong, and I feel that sometimes they get a little mixed up in their head as to what it is they want from the connection, because I feel they're used to a treatment, and that treatment is very self-centered, and it's like a sexual treatment. It's like a sex object treatment. It's like, oh, I just, the ladies just treat me this way and take my money, and that's it. That type of thing. Oh, my ex-partner just, has a kid with me and takes my money, and that's it. And then I get flung out. Like it's that type of thing. It's like a confidence issue. So it's like you know, I mean, he's obviously got to take some self-responsibility for that, but you know, it must be like he was used to a type of dating environment or love environment, and one thing led to another, and you know, so on and so forth. So he's a little bit mixed up, but we've seen this in previous readings. So I feel that you'd have to make your intentions clear, because he can still see the potential to settle in, and that's what you want. But he also has this other side, which is very playful, you know, in and out. But it's all about his self-esteem, and that's something he's going to develop into the future, but not straight away. So I feel that you have to take all that into consideration. But you're definitely stopping that golem. You know, it's kind of an internal monster, and it's an external fear, and you were really stopping that golem from gobbling up your person. So I feel that tells me that you're keeping a strong hold on their emotions. No, but the feelings they have for you are very sweet, very loving. It's just that it's a fresh relationship, so they're not particularly in the past, so they've got to gather a momentum, they've got to make plans, they've got to start looking up, because I feel they've decided to fight, but they haven't looked up yet. So that's what the difference is. But I also feel that they're going to get there eventually, but it might turn out that you start off in a sex affair before you make the rules. Just as a heads up. Okay, so that was deck 1. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below, with a link to my website and to my Fiverr account. My website is a PayPal service, so you can send me the funds with a message, or you can email me. My Fiverr account is a service facility, and you need your Facebook details or your Google details to log into that facility. This is deck 2, and it's it's the bear. It's the bear, which is number 2. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so first I'll do the clairvoyant reading, and then we'll see what the cards say. There's a blandness to your person. I feel this person's not used to love. It's like, or a connection, love connection. It's like they've been sitting on the shelf for a while. That's the vision I get. So I get the impression that maybe they're an introverted character with a happy spirit. But a funny type of personality, which can be a bit, not really solemn, it's like blank. I don't quite get it. Because I have a type of happiness on the inside. I feel I feel that your attraction to this person was because you knew that they were a bit of an introverted type, a bit of a blank type, but showed animation around you. That's just that's the only way I could describe it. I feel this person's really into their daily activities. So they either have a good physique, they go to the gym, they are very loyal to that routine. So that gives me the impression that they are quite studious, but they have like an active lifestyle that they have to, they have to maintain their physique to keep their energy levels up. That's the impression I get. I feel this person's very pure in their intentions. I feel this person wants to be your backup. They want to be a support for you. That's how I feel. I feel you've opened the lid to their emotional side. And there's something about their personality that you really like. I feel they're growing a devotion towards you. They think you're quite the angel. You must be up against walls though. There's something like you try to access their personality, or them, you try to find a way to talk to them, find a way to help them open up to you, and you're just having difficulties with that. But the funny thing is, I feel they want to build something with you. So it's a bit of a funny mix. This character is in up and down, but it's not, I don't feel they're emotionally unstable. I feel they're quite emotionally stable. I feel this person is a wallflower. That's the only way I can describe it. So it's like they've always felt that they were never quite the best, even though they did eventually prosper. And so in relation to their love relationships, they feel they're never quite the best for you. Like you make them feel really happy inside, but they don't, and they feel animated around you, but they never feel good enough to take the connection further because it's a subconscious affliction in them. That's the impression I get. So you're just struggling with that at the moment, but hopefully this person, they're very like grounded, so hopefully, and emotionally stable. So I guess it will just take a little time. But if you're separated, that could be a real challenge, because this is a person you have to constantly mollycoddle. That's the impression I get, until you get somewhere. So I'll just see what the cards have said. What is the truth of his feelings towards my channel viewer? What is the truth of his feelings towards my channel viewer? Yeah, very strong on the inside. Very happy, very spirited on the inside. I'm very athletic as well. Okay. So it's showing me here they have a real strength of spirit. They are very athletic. You make them feel like a younger person. So I get the impression from that that they really haven't felt these. They haven't felt these emotions for a while, and because they've always felt they've needed to be strong. But I get the impression here it's the A to Z syndrome. They've always wanted to be a winner, but it's a subconscious thing. See, you see the Y, the V, the whoever the person was in their past, who they're separated from, made them feel again like a V, you know, made them feel like they weren't top of the alphabet, they were bottom of the alphabet. So this is a person that's no longer in their sphere, and I feel with the home card here that they spend a lot of time at home, they don't go out a lot, and it shows me here that they felt a type of equality to you, then they did want to support you, they want to be a support for you. You can see the angel, the male angel behind the female angel in this card. So there's a strength of character in this person, but it's this funniness about them where they're very introverted, but they have a very spirited nature, and it comes out now and again, and you sense that. Plus, you know, they work on their physique, and they must look hot, and you notice that as well. So you are hope for them. There's a real energy here. Sense of hope, a sense of equality. There's a little bit of bad juju here that he has conquered. And maybe that's the A to Z dilemma. You know, like whatever bad juju from his past that he experienced made him feel less than what he was worth. And because he had to keep striving. And it shows here that he is at the top of his game, and he does work on his physique, and he is a separated man. He did have an established home at some point, but I feel that the ex is a little bit fiery, a little bit critical, too fiery, also very nice, has a nice look about her, very nice physique, but it's like, and in some respects he thought her to be an ideal person for him at some stage, but it's just that I don't feel this person's a threat, because eventually, despite the external attraction, her internal nature did not match her beauty, and so her external beauty. So that is why they've basically separated, and this is the woman from his past. Still somebody who tries to keep some type of control over your person, but he is very focused now on keeping that person under control. He is very focused on staying home. He must be have both an extroverted side and an introverted side. But he got mixed up here when he was younger with a negative crowd, and it brought some negative energy into his world. And I don't feel it took him some time to find his strength, but he's now starting to realize that you are the best person for him, because he does have that introverted side, like he can be strong, but it's like he's already had somebody who can match that fiery nature in him, and it didn't suit him because he does have that very introverted characteristic about him. So if she came home and she was critical or she started a fight, it would have disturbed his peace greatly, because he's not, even though he can give it a good go, when he goes back to his home, he needs total peace, because I feel he just has this nature which is a little bit bland. It can't be disturbed, you know? It's a little bit funny in that respect. But the reason that you've managed to take back control of this situation is because you match him. And I really feel that you are the strength he needs, even if it's a little crush, to take back control of his home situation. And I don't think she's there anymore. It's just that, you know, when some people are together and then the ex sticks their nose back into the business of the guy, and she's like that, you know. You might find her external beauty threatening, but I don't think you have to worry too much about that at this stage. But it shows me very clearly that he's what the trinket suggests. He's a big bear, big cuddly bear. So yeah, I think this connection is gathering momentum by the looks of these cards after a dark time. Because he's getting his strength back. Okay, so that was deck 2, or number 2, or the bear. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you would like a personal reading, my details are in the description box below with a link to my website and to my Fiverr account. My website is a PayPal service, so you can send me the funds with a message or you can email me. And my Fiverr account is a service facility, so you need your Google details or your Facebook details to log into that facility. See you next time.